look for a lady first, and we're going to find her to play the part of Mary. So if you can find me some music for Mary, something a little sexy. Now, the lady I want tonight is not a volunteer. I'm looking for someone who, as I approach them, looks at me and says, "Don't you dare." I am looking for somebody miserable, somebody unhappy, somebody who would perish the thought. Can I have a little bit of sexy music for Mary? I'm going to find her right now. Here we go. Now, the lady I'm looking for... Stop. Yeah, you see, I knew you'd be messing with me at least once tonight, and there it is. What the heck was that?
That was Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mary had a little what?
A little sexy lamb.
A lamb. Little Have we entered the world of your own private fantasy there? Okay. Mary had a little lamb. We'll play it sexily then, I don't care. Let me look for a lady here. Hello. Have a little look around. Everybody's pointing at everybody else. Stop. Can you all move this way, up the lake? Could you move this way a little bit? Shh. There is a lady fast asleep. She is absolutely fast asleep. Shh, don't touch it. Could I have some sax, a bit of, like, saxy sex? Oh dear. Were you having a little nappy wappy in the middle of the show? That's all right. Don't worry. Come with me. Let me get you a better seat. Come with me. I think I found my Mary, everybody. Here she goes. Fast asleep. Two, three, we're not there yet. Have a seat there, Mary, have a seat. Oh, this is not happening. You're still asleep, this is a dream. You're dreaming and I'm in it. Did you hear any of the show? At what point did you cease to exist? Did you hear the weather outside? No? It was very windy. And it was raining as well. You didn't hear any of that, did you? That's all right. If it does rain, you've got your own windscreen wash. Shh, 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 shh. E.T. phone home. Phone, sorry. Whatever your name is, it doesn't matter. For the next 10 minutes, you are Mary. And for being asleep in the show and sitting in the third row and doing it, you get to be the star of the show. Everybody say hello to Mary. Hello, Mary. Now, Mary, this is something very simple. You are now playing the heroine of the story, whose name is Mary, and I'm going to show you what I want you to do. Now, any time in the story you hear me yell these words and Mary cried, I'm going to show you what to do. I will say, and Mary cried. You run forward to here, and you go, ah! Ah! Help me! Help me! Save me! Save me! The dream has turned into a nightmare right now. Now, don't worry, Mary, don't worry. This This is now simple. I'll go through it again. I will say Mary cried. You then propel yourself off your chair. You run to the center of the stage and you scream in terror like this. Ah! Then you fling open your arms and in the loudest yell, you shout, help me twice. Save me twice. If you do it well and loud and let your inhibitions go, these people will go crazy for you, right? Okay. So, this is what it is. Scared is what you've got to act. I want you to think the ugliest, most evil thing is right behind you. Me in a G-string. It's actually more like a G rope. Really, little string. Big rope. Here we go. So just rock yourself backwards and forwards. That will give yourself a nice propelling motion out of your chair. Long scream, help me, save me, in the most terrified. I know you've just woken up. So ladies and gentlemen, here's the first rehearsal in the 11 o'clock bedtime story. Or for the Atkins, the midnight story. Here we go. And Mary cried.
Ah! Help me, save me!
Wow. Take a bow, Mary. Well, I have to say, I didn't think you were going to do it. Straight from a coma to that is brilliant. Fantastic. Now, just one thing. The voice was fantastic, but you're a bit static. Remember, I jumped. So a bit of acting. Put a bit of bounce in it. Put a bit of bounce. I'll warm you up with the sound. Here we go. The wind was howling. The rain was falling. Oh dear. Suddenly there was a shot. Suddenly there was a louder shot. And Mary cried.
Help me, save me!
What are you doing? You busted my suspender off. I'm so sorry, kids. You were never meant to see anything like that. Sit down, sit down. The heck happened there? What were you doing? What were you doing, huh?
You told me to put a little more bounce in it.
I said put a more back. I didn't say throw me on the floor and ride me like a bucking bronco or whatever you would. I didn't say that. What was that, your Hulk Hogan move there? I'm so sorry, children. I'll be right with you in a minute. Sorry, And let me tell you something as well. Let me tell you, Mary does not have a little lamb. That was a whole flock of sheep on top of me there, one lamb. What? My shoe? I can't feel anything from the waist down right now. I don't care about a shoe. Children, I think at this point it's very important that Uncle John gives you some word of advice. Children, if you ever see an adult having a nap, never, ever wake them up. Don't do that. Don't do it. I need a villain. I need a man to take care of Mary. No, you're far too... She'd eat you for breakfast just like she'd finished. I need... Oh, that hurts to walk. Sorry, I can't walk any further. Give this man a hand, everybody. He's going to help me out here. Thank you, Jordan. So, hey, stand there. Right, even though you're playing the part of the villain, we are friends. And that means if Mary even twitches, we tell each other and we run for the hills, okay? All right, so you're playing the part of Dassley, and this is what I'm going to show you how to do it. I will say Dassley cried. You take a big step forward and you go, I'm going to kill you with venom. Right. So, sorry, something's, oh, that's better. Come close to me. So I had to adjust myself. It's a long laugh, then a brrrr. I'm going to kill you with venom. You've got to scare these people. You are the villain. So you do it loud, ha 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 ha, then the brrrr. I'm going to kill you with venom because you've got to scare the people. Here we go. And Dassley cried. Ah, ha, 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 ha. And I'm going to kill you with venom. Wow. Not bad. It's my fault. I've confused you. I'll hold the mic because you nearly wrenched it out of my wrist there, and everything else from here is broken already. It's my fault. I confused you. It's I'm going to... You say, I'm going to kill you. You say those words with venom. It's not, I'm going to kill you with venom. It's I'm going to kill you, which you say with venom in your voice. It's not I'm going to kill you with venom. Oh, this is one of those nights. It's with venom. You're not going to hit her over the head with a snake, although she deserves it. It's I'm going to kill you, which you say with venom. Here we go. And Dassley cried. Ah, ha, 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 ha. And I'm going to kill you with venom. No, forget it. Just forget I said venom and we'll be fine. Just forget the... Last rehearsal for these two. The wind was howling. Rain was falling. Sun in the was a shot. And Mary cried.
Help me, save me, save me!
Sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down, sit. Sit down. And Dassley cried. And I'm gonna kill you with venom. Just say whatever you like, I don't care anymore. Jordan, lights on, please. Thank you. I'm going to the back of the room for my hero. Can I have a drum roll, please? I need a huge man of muscle now. A massive man of steel. I can't walk anymore. a huge, sinewy man. I need Captain America. I need Spider-Man. I need a huge... I need you. I need you. You look so cute. Come this way. This man is going to be my hero. Give him a big hand. He really doesn't want to do this. Now, you're playing the part of Bob. You have a simple part. Stand there, Bob. You big hero, you. This is what's going to happen. Somewhere in the story, I will say Bob cried. You get out your gun and you say, stop, or I'll shoot. Right, wait, yes. I know you're ready. I know you're excited. Listen, stop or I shoot. Ready? Now, big voice, big, powerful voice, because you are the incomparable hero. Here we go. And Bob cried.
Stop! I will get it.
Okay, never mind. I say slowly.
Okay.
Stop. Okay. I will shoot. Okay, shoot. Stop, I'll shoot. Here we go. Do you want me to go through it again? Are we okay? And Bob cried.
Stop! I will shit.
Stop,
Stop! I will shit.
shoot.
Shit.
Shoot.
Shit.
Shoot.
Shit.
邊話走眼也個鴨，我哋我答我把啲話 shoot shoot 把個答我呀呀 shoot shoot 把個仔錯㗎啦 shit。Last rehearsal, the wind was howling. I have totally lost control of this one now. The wind was howling, whatever happens on this side was happening, and suddenly there was a shot, and Mary, who was stuck to a chair and she couldn't move, she cried, that's enough, and Dashley cried,
and I'm gonna kill you with...
and Bob cried,
Stop! I will shit.
let's tell the story. Sometimes you pick one, occasionally two, tonight three. Thank you very much. Music maestro, please. Shoot. Once upon a time in the middle of a little forest where you could hear the wind blowing gently through the trees, the gentle falling of the rain. In the middle of that forest, in her little wooden shack, lived the beautiful Mary. Mary said, I'm so happy.
Help me!
No, no, no. She said, I'm so happy.
I'm so happy!
She was. In the middle... Bây sao mà bây giờ thấu với mà cái này cái bây giờ sao mà cái điều cái sao có con cháu à? In the middle of in the middle of a little forest, she heard a dog bark. The wolves were howling. But Mary ignored everything. She now yawned. She'd had a long, hard day milking milk. Not me! What are you milking me? You got a fetish with me? Unbeknown to Mary's happiness, there, stalking through the forest, was Dassley. Stalk. Yeah, like that. This way, this way. What are you, constipated? This way, this way. He stopped. He hadn't seen Mary. He looked through her window, though, like this and like this. He looked through Mary's window. Mary hadn't seen him. Dassley had not seen a lady in nearly 30 years. He couldn't control himself. He let out a cry of lust. Lust.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? What does that even mean? Dassley couldn't control himself. He kicked in the door. That's the window. The door's over here. The door's over here. He kicked in the door. It didn't come down the first time. It took 9 kicks in a row. And Dassley cried,
I'm gonna kill you all with venom.
and Mary cried,
Give it to me, baby.
give it to me, baby. Right, that's it. Come here. Let's get this straight. You're nobody's daddy and you're not giving it to anybody. Just grab each other. Grab. Don't move. Don't move. Grab her. Grab her. Don't move. Not far off was our hero, Bob. Bob heard Mary cry for help, and he kicked in the other door. Kick. 5 kicks. 5. Mày sao ngoài cái đầu hả? And Bob cried,
Stop! Shit!
and suddenly there was a shot. And there on the floor, lay Mary. You're up, she's down. On the floor. But Mary managed to rise again. She said, "Oh my,
Oh, my.
goodbye."
Goodbye.
And she fell on the floor. Over here. Payback. Her leg gave a final kick in the air. They got closer and closer. Closer and closer, and Dassley cried. And Bob cried.
Stop! I will shit.
And suddenly there was a no, we've done that bit. Was it going to be a fight to the finish? No, because they hugged each other. Oh, they held hands and skipped off into the forest and bought a little house in Utah and lived happily ever after. Come on, Utah, get up here. Is he here? He's not here. All right, stand there. He went to bed. We're giving the night off. Ladies and gentlemen, these 3 people. I don't know what to say. Calvin, can we get some prizes? Because you have 2 choices now. If you thought what these three people just did was just all right, it wasn't bad, you can give them what we call a little golf clap. But if you thought unpredictably that it was one of the funniest things, like me, you've seen in a long time, can you show these three people what you think of them right now, ladies and gentlemen, right there? If you want to do what that lady's doing for them, that's fantastic. How about that? If you see this man coming towards you, watch out, he wants to be your daddy. If you see this man, shake his hand and thank him for saying something you'll all be repeating forever. Stop or I'll... Yeah, that one. And ladies and gentlemen, could we have our talent show performers please join me back up here? But before that, I have to thank this lady here. Actually, I don't really have to thank her, but I will. What can I say about you? You, people will say to me, I know what's going to happen. They're going to say, did I rehearse that with you? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Don't believe me, ask her. But let me say, Carnival does not pay me enough money to be flung on the floor like a sack of feathers and sat on like that. But I tell you what, I'm my best to remember all the people I sail with. You, my darling, I will never forget. You've left a permanent impression on me, which is swelling up. You were having a little nap, and little did you know that you really would put a lot of bounce in our lives. And you've done what a lot of people have wanted to do in their lives, throw me on the floor and just sit on me. But ladies and gentlemen, would you please thank a lady who really gave it her all, literally. Let's give Mary a big round of applause. Thank you, Mary. Can I ask all of you to get in a nice tight line here? Hold hands. Hand. 6 people all have one thing in common. Ow. All have one thing in common, is that they paid the same amount of money you did to come on here. They're part of you. They're part of the guests. Carnival has many wonderful things going for it. The crew, of course, at the top of the list. But right behind it is a little mystery. Unlike other cruise lines, when people walk up our gangways, they get sprinkled with fun dust. And they do things that, my goodness me, you'd never see on any other ship. And one of those things happened tonight. 6 people came on stage. 3 had rehearsed. 3 had no idea it was going to be them. But they gave us an unforgettable night. They're going to do the old theatrical tradition of taking a bow. And when they take a bow, they're going to look up. And those who enjoyed these 6 people are going to give them a round of applause. Those people who truly enjoyed these 6 people will give them the ultimate in this profession, a simple thing called a standing ovation. They're all going to get a DVD of this show from beginning to end. We don't normally do this, but we'll put a special out tomorrow afternoon of the whole talent show, including the bedtime story from beginning to end, so you can explain to your friends and family what just happened. I have no words. I hope you'll have the words, though, to show these people. Hold hands. 1, 2, 3, take a bow. Have a look up. Ladies and gentlemen, your cast of the talent show. Here is Regan, Rugan.